Scott Morrison now drives himself. The ex-Prime Minister reversing, but not in retreat.
We were dealing with quite extraordinary circumstances. We had to take some extraordinary measures to put safeguards in place.
An extraordinary and unprecedented trashing of our democracy by the former Morrison government.
Anthony Albanese's shocking accusation levelled squarely at his predecessor.
This has been government by deception, government in secret.
When PM, Mr Morrison secretly swore himself into 5 ministries: Health, Finance, Treasury, Home Affairs and the super portfolio of Industry, Science and Resources. All up, 7 ministers with an undisclosed prime ministerial understudy. Only Greg Hunt in Health knowing the arrangement.
This is a sad indictment of not just Mr Morrison, but all those cabinet colleagues of his.
People know where the buck stops. The buck stops with the Prime Minister.
And on that basis, Scott Morrison justified his actions, which included stepping in as Resources Minister to prevent colleague Keith Pitt approving an offshore gas project.
I'd always respected Keith's role as the decision maker, and if I wished to be the decision maker, then I had to take the steps that I took.
We don't believe that proper process was followed.
It has diminished Scott Morrison as Prime Minister and it has diminished the Cabinet.
Karen Andrews was one of the last victims of Scott Morrison's meddling when he asked her to break convention and publicise the arrival of an asylum seeker boat on the day of the election. The former Home Affairs Minister clearly bristles at this intervention. She now says there's only one proper course of action for the ex-PM.
It would be appropriate, in my view, for Scott Morrison to resign and to leave Parliament.
Her new boss not going that far.
Will you be encouraging the former Prime Minister to resign, though?
No, I won't.
At least for now. Who forgets that their treasurer, Scott Morrison, that's who. Remarkably, when asked this morning whether he'd secretly shadowed his own ministers other than in Health, Finance and Resources, he said he couldn't recall. 4 others seem to have slipped from his memory. In a statement this afternoon, he apologised for any offence caused to his colleagues, acknowledging his power grab wasn't even necessary in hindsight. Josh Frydenberg, who thought he was Treasurer in his own right, is very disappointed. Other senior Liberals and Nationals are seething. If this episode isn't the surest sign the former government had lost its way, what is? And now Scott Morrison, having suffered the ignominy of a heavy election defeat, could end his political career with a formal parliamentary censure.